So we open the show, let's see here, Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, again. The feud has been underwhelming in my opinion. I like the matches, it's just that the booking of the feud has been bizarre. Rhea's never beaten Charlotte. Charlotte's now beaten her by DQ. She pinned her at WrestleMania last year. Booking 101 would tell you Charlotte is probably losing. Rhea gets her big win. I don't think this is it. I think we get one more match at SummerSlam, dude, and Rhea's going to win there. I think they're going to put Rhea in chase mode, and Charlotte becomes champion here. That's my pick.
Yeah, I don't know. The feud's been okay. I feel like Rhea should win here. I have a gut feeling that Charlotte will beat her again. I just don't really like the character they have with Rhea right now. I feel like she's just like they have her like she's like a face. Like is she a face or a heel? I can't tell. So I'll go with
that's the problem. Yeah,
I'll go with Rhea. I want to say Rhea retains. Hopefully maybe maybe a screwy finish and then something else. But I'll go with Rhea here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Charlotte. I want Rhea to win to finally get a win over Charlotte. I think they're just going to save that for SummerSlam probably, because it's not like Charlotte pinned her at the pay-per-view. She won by DQ at Hell in the Cell, so I don't know. I feel like Charlotte's going to win here, and they're going to give Rhea her big moment at the next pay-per-view. Raw Tag Team title match bumped from Monday's Raw to Sunday after Bayley got hurt. Big shame there. She's going to be out for 9 months, which fucking sucks. But, it's going to be AJ Styles and Omas versus the Viking Raiders, Raw Tag Team titles. Clearly a win for Styles and Omas before they face RK Bro at SummerSlam. I mean, that's the only outcome that makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to be Styles and Omas win here. I like the Viking Raiders. I feel like they just don't know what to do with them. They're kind of like goofs, too, unfortunately. I thought they were great in NXT, but they're like goofs on the main roster, like eating the chicken wing or like the turkey leg. It's just stupid.
Stupid.
We'll see what happens, but I think Omas and AJ win here, and then hopefully get RK Bro at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's where this is headed, and I hope it does. WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley, Kofi Kingston. I think there was a chance that Kofi could win here. I mean, more of a chance now than there was a couple of weeks ago after what we've seen recently. If you have Kofi win, again, great moment, fans are there. Where do you go with him from there? Does, Xavier Woods turn on him? And I said this on hashtag, unless Big E wins Money in the Bank, which he very well could, and maybe cash in on Kofi, which I guess there were rumors of Big E going to Raw anyway in the draft in a couple of months. I don't know. I just think Bobby should win here. It looks like Brock's not going to be at SummerSlam, so you can't even do the match there, which fucking sucks. But I just feel like there's more to be done there with Lashley as champion, beyond just the McIntyre stuff and Kofi. There's more people that he could feud with, I think. Although the Raw roster isn't very deep, that's the problem.
No, yeah, Bobby's going to win here. I don't think Kofi's going to win. I don't think he should. It just doesn't fit the character arc, and I like Bobby, and I don't know. I think he lost to Kofi. What are you going to get, a rematch or something at SummerSlam? I would keep it on Bobby, honestly.
You keep it on Bobby. Yeah, I don't know what you do at SummerSlam with Bobby if Brock's not going to be there. He's sporting a ponytail nowadays. He's cutting up fucking meat somewhere in Minnesota, so he's clearly busy doing other shit, hunting, probably sitting on his couch. I don't know what you do with Bobby at SummerSlam, but maybe you do a rematch. I don't know. I just don't think Kofi should win here. Maybe you could build to the win at SummerSlam. I just wouldn't do it here. And then we get to the WWE Universal title match, Roman Reigns versus Edge. I feel like this one is more clear-cut as far as the outcome goes. I feel like Roman Reigns is going to win, especially with Cena being presumably locked in for SummerSlam. There's no way you have Roman lose the championship so close to SummerSlam and then go on to face someone else completely different. I'm looking forward to this match. I'm glad we're finally getting Roman and Edge one-on-one, but I do think Roman wins on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Roman's going to win here. I think it's a slam dunk at this point. It's going to be him and Cena at SummerSlam. Makes sense. Biggest match they could have at this point, and I'm not going to have him lose to Edge at Money in the Bank. That'd be a good match, and I think it makes sense, but I wouldn't have him win.
Yeah, and I think this is an easy win for Roman Reigns. You can always have Rollins interfere. That's always possible as well, because I think Rollins and Edge is obviously the direction they're going in for SummerSlam, but we'll get to that in a moment. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, and Natalya, who they announced this last week. Who cares? And then one mystery opponent. So we talked recently, you mentioned that you may have some insight, Mr. Marceau, that there could be a surprise winner to one of these two matches. I think it's going to be this one, and I'm going to go off on a limb. I'm going to say Sonya Deville wins Money in the Bank. That's my prediction.
Yeah, it's actually not this match. I heard intel that it's going to be in the men's match.
Okay.
But I was actually going to say Nikki Ash. I don't want her to win, But the way they're going with this character, I could so see her winning the briefcase. And, like, I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like it's going to get over. I know you're not a big fan of it. I know you're like, oh, if people get over it, I guess. I feel like she'll be wicked over, unfortunately. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a hurricane thing. It's like people just tend to that stuff. Mm-hmm. But if Sonya won, I'd be pumped. I mean, I'm a big Sonya guy. I think she's been great as a GM, but she needs to move on from that. But I'm going to go with Nikki Ash. I mean, if it's Sonya, that's Sonya, but I think it's going to be Nikki Ash.
If it's someone in the match and it's not Sonya, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan just because they've been teasing it so much lately. I mean, the only person from Raw that makes sense, I'm the Nikki Ash thing. I mean, also, she beat Rhea Ripley. There is that, and they never went back to it. So Nikki could win. Alexa Bliss, no thanks. I fear that she might win. I really fucking hope not. Asuka, no. Naomi's not going to win, although I want her to. Vega's not going to win. Italia's not going to win. So I'm going to go with Morgan, if not Sonya. But if you have Nikki Ash, then who's the last opponent going to be? Is it Sonya? Is it Sasha? Who do you think it could be?
I think it'll be Sonya. I hope it's not Sasha. I'd rather her just come back on one of the SmackDowns and she can face Bianca at SummerSlam.
Exactly. Same thing with Becky, too. I think Becky's back soon, but, like, her coming back to do what? To be in the Money in the Bank ladder match and win? It would be dumb, I think, because she could always just go for the Raw Women's title without winning a briefcase. And if she's in it and she loses, that's stupid, too. So I don't think it's going to be Becky either, although she's probably back soon, according to reports and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a post the other day on Twitter, someone, like, from, like, a gym she works out in. She looks like she's in phenomenal shape,
yeah.
So looks like she's coming back for a little return. I hope it's not like she wants to be a mother-in-law. I'd rather her stay out of the ring. Maybe just get a nice comeback. Maybe get a win or two back. But, I mean, she needs to come back with fans. The place will go absolute bananas.
Yeah, I think it's happening on the Sooner side. And it might be for a brief run, like you said, before she goes back and is a full-time mom or whatever. We'll see. But men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura, well, stupid name, Seth Rollins. I got to go with Big E here. If it's not him, Rollins is a possibility. Been there, done that. I just don't think he needs the briefcase to go after Roman at some point. And Drew, I just feel like people would shit all. They're going to boo him anyway. I'm telling you right now. If he gets anything more than a 50% positive reaction, I will be shocked. And I don't want him to get booed. I'm just expecting that to be the case. He should not win here either. And everyone else just is kind of a long shot. So Big E doesn't really scream to me as like, he's going to carry around a briefcase for 6 months. But him and Roman at some point makes the most sense. Maybe he can announce in advance that he's cashing in. But Big E's my pick at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the surprise I heard from someone that said they know someone that works in the company, they said John Morrison
okay.
was win Money in the Bank. I mean, that'd be a big shock. I don't know if I really want him to win it, but him and Ricochet have been on TV a lot lately. They've kind of pushed them to seem like they were both kind of credible threats. I don't really want him to win. I think Big E is kind of like, I think he's kind of like the shoe-in, so people may be expecting him to win, and maybe you could have like a guy like Morrison beat him and come off as a shock. Hopefully they actually do something with it and don't pull Otis 2.0. But I think Morrison winning would be cool. Miz would be pissed and mad that Morrison's getting the spotlight, and then maybe you have Morrison win the title at some point. Miz comes back, and you kind of have like a little feud there. Miz and Morrison would be the one in the spotlight, and Miz kind of jealous and that. So I wouldn't hate it if that's how it worked. Or you could have Morrison hold the briefcase for a while. Miz comes back. He's going to cash it in, and then Miz screws him. Oh, no, you can't be the – I want him to be the champion. I don't know, something like that. That would – it would kind of be a waste of the briefcase if he didn't win. Or you could have him win the belt and then Miz turn on him, and then you have a feud there. I'd rather Morrison win the briefcase and win the match or win the title. Yep. I hate when – the whole Otis thing last year was fucking stupid.
They've wasted this dude for the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, my God, Strowman losing the belt.
Corbin.
Corbin, he seems hopefully gets his feet back together, but the whole Strowman one was so bad. I'm going to put my briefcase on the line and gets beat clean as a sheet.
Yeah, that was dumb. And then Brock's was kind of a waste too, so yeah, I don't know. I just, they got to get it right this year. I love Morrison. The problem is that he and Miz are just fucking losers as far as the goofy shit. Oh, it's just, this is why I liked when Miz, the idea of Miz as Mr. Money in the Bank and winning the title this year was great on paper, but you look at how he was booked and it's who cares? You know what I mean? Morrison is not approaching that territory. He's in that territory. I mean, they lost to a guy in a handicap match that isn't even employed by the company anymore. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, he's a goof. I feel like he has kind of like the last couple weeks has been a little bit more serious in the Ricochet matches. But yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, him and Miz have been extremely goofy with the stupid drip stick and stuff. So hopefully they can get away from that. But if anything, they'll probably go more overboard on this stupidness.
Hey, it's better than McIntyre or Rollins, I think. I don't think either of those guys need it, and I don't think they should win it. So Morrison winning.
Not going to win it. Jinder or his little clan are going to stop him from winning. I think what happened on Monday, that's like a shoo-in. So
yeah,
glad he's not going to win. I think, yeah, I wish he wasn't in the match and maybe give someone else a little push or a little rub just to be in the match and make him seem a little bit bigger. But I don't totally hate it because, I mean, you got to put Drew on the card somewhere.
I mean, they could have done Drew and Jinder in the card and get it over with, but they're probably doing it at SummerSlam, unfortunately. So, whatever. Who cares?
Fortunately, I think that's a good match for him at SummerSlam. It has a story there.
Yeah, it does.
You love Jinder. I know you did deep down. I honestly don't hate him as much as you do. I mean, his title run was horrible, and he never even got to that level. But at least it's something for Drew to do in the meantime. I mean, if he loses, holy shit. But if he beats Jinder here and kind of conquers the monsters, it's fine. Keep him out of the title picture for the interim, and I wouldn't hate it. Keep him busy. I mean, Drew's got to be on the card. You can have this seem like it's a big feud and just get it on there, but yeah.
Again, it's same thing though. We talked about this a couple months ago, and I even had said it as well as you. Oh, the Jinder and Drew feud. I'm not clamoring to see it, but it makes sense. The thing is, it's a fine feud on paper, and it makes sense. But then you see the execution from this company, and they're feuding over a fucking sword and a motorcycle. I'm like, what is this shit? Whatever happened on Raw this week was terrible. Like the promos were awful. Whatever they gave McIntyre to say was terrible too. I'm like. Whatever.
Oh, fake that bike.
Oh my god, dude! Any semblance of interest I had in this feud just disappeared.
You ripped off the bike parts like it was a fucking Tonka truck.
My god, it's like if they hadn't done that, I'm like, okay, I could see this at SummerSlam. After they did that segment, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't really need to see this feud at SummerSlam. I hope they blow it off on Monday's Raw, but. It's just the execute. I mean, they could take anything. This company's remarkable. They could take any feud and just make you just care, like, give two shits about it. Like, that's the powers they have with some of the shit. And not that I cared overly that much about this feud anyway, but, like, they just completely soured me on it. So, it's probably going to happen. I just don't really care at this point because what we've seen so far is just not good. Like, the Scottish folklore storytelling shit with Drew, oh my god, dude, it is bad. It is unbearable. We didn't talk about that last week because you weren't here, but holy shit, that sucked.
I didn't even listen to it, so I couldn't stomach it.
It's bad, dude. Papa Marceau would have shit all over it, too. Oh my god, it's bad.
He did not like Raw a couple weeks ago. He was like, that show last night sucked. I think it was 2 ago.
And it did the worst Raw rating of all time.
There was the one that Rhea was like on the crutch acting like she was her. I think that was the same episode.
I didn't hate that, but that was not a good episode. I remember exactly what you're talking about, but my god, no wonder. Go figure the show is doing the worst ratings of all time, dating back to 1993. It's just unbelievable.